Hey, it's Aaron here, and if you're watching this video right now, you're probably checking out Askable and you're wondering, can you make money from this website? How does this work? Is this a good opportunity? And the big question is it worth your time? All right. Now, I've reviewed hundreds of websites. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's take a look at Askable. Now, at any time, if you want to check out my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 US dollars per month, you can always just click on the link below, register for the free training. I'll send that directly to your email address, completely up to you. All right. So let's take a look at Askable. This is actually an Australian-based website. They're based in Brisbane, but they focus on the Australian, the New Zealand, and the US markets. Okay, a very cool business. What they basically do is they're a UX testing website for lots of different companies. You can just kind of see all the different companies that they do UX testing for, right? UX design and flow and things like that. And the way that you can potentially make money from this website is they are looking for testers. So if you come here and you want to sign up to become a tester, you can just say, click here, it says paid to test, right? And as soon as you click on that, you'll be led to this website, okay? So they're always looking for testers, and it says, get up to $100 per hour. And there are a lot of testing websites where they say that they're going to pay you a certain amount of money, but they don't. But these guys actually do, which is a great thing about them, okay? So they're very legit, and the way that this works is all you need to do is you can just sign up right now, okay? And depending on where you live, so this is better for people that live in Australia, New Zealand, and the US. If you live in another country, you probably won't get that many invitations to do the testing, unfortunately, right? So the way it works is once you get signed up here, you can do it for free. They'll ask you a series of questions like your name, your demographic, your background, your interests, the different platforms that you use, like are you using a Mac or a PC, that sort of thing, okay? What kind of tablets you're actually using. And then after that, they will send you invitations to do different tests, okay? Now the way it works is you can take one-on-one interviews like this. So it's kind of like a Zoom interview. They'll see your face and they'll ask you questions. You can take surveys and you can take little tests as well on your computer, depending on their clients. All right. Now, depending on how much time you spend taking that survey, or maybe you do a one-on-one interview, it depends on the timing as well. You actually have to register for a specific time. Depending on what test you're doing, they will pay you a different rate. Okay. So if you're taking a 30-minute test, you can make anywhere between $50 and $75 for 30 minutes. It's actually really good, okay? And if you take a 1-hour test, depending on the test, they can pay you between $60 and $100 per test. Again, it depends on the test, and it depends on your location, the company that they're testing for, the client, and the length of time. All right, that's basically how it works, okay? And as soon as you finish the test, they pay you out pretty quickly. Like they pay you out in a day. And they either pay you through gift cards, which you can choose, or they pay you out directly to your PayPal account. So if you don't have a PayPal account, you can just sign up for one for free online through PayPal, and you can get paid directly by Askable. All right. Now let's just take a look at some of the reviews of Askable. This is Trustpilot, okay, and most of the reviews are 5-star. Okay, so they have some pretty good reviews. You can see here, great side hustle. They took two tasks, one online, one video, and they got paid almost immediately, which is really, really cool. Okay. This one right here, 5-star as well. This one, 1-star, unfortunately. It says it doesn't pay. They invited me for a 45-minute session. I successfully completed. I regret it was a waste of time, so that's unfortunate, right? But most of the time it's 5-star, and this one says didn't pay, scam site. But it's actually not. Unfortunately, I think some people have had some bad experiences. But in general, Askable is a solid website and a solid testing platform. Unfortunately, some people did have a bad experience, so you might want to take that into consideration, okay? Now, the big question is how often can you get the jobs, right? So it's not that they don't pay out. They do pay out, and it depends on the test and how much time you spend taking the test. But the question is how many tests do you get to take, right? Because they work for clients all over the world, okay? And they've got a lot of testers, if you think about it. So how many tests can they actually offer you? That's the big question. Now, this is the way it works with a lot of testing websites, right? Just because you're signed up as an official tester with them and maybe you've taken a couple of tests doesn't mean that you can sit there and take 5 or 10 tests a day. That's not how testing websites work, all right? With Askable, it's, you will likely get a couple of tests, maybe 2-3 tests if you're lucky a week. All right, so if you take a couple of tests, 2-3 tests a week, you might be able to make maybe $50-$60 for every single test. So if you do the math on this, This is definitely a side income. It's not a full-time income, and it will never be. All right. So if you're lucky, you might be able to make maybe $500 to $1,000 a month on testing, which is actually really good. Okay, because a lot of websites, a lot of testing sites you'll never be able to get to that kind of amount of money. All right. So Askable is definitely one of those testing websites that pay a lot more. But unfortunately, you can't take 2 or 3 tests a day. It's more like 2 to 3 tests a week if you're lucky, right? That's kind of how it works. So pretty good for what it is. It's a great side income. Again, you're looking at maybe $500 to $1,000 a month for the time that you're taking. It does take a little while to do the tests. You know, most tests are half an hour to an hour of your time. You have to be comfortable doing an interview kind of like this, you know, where it's face to face. Like a Zoom interview, basically. If you're not comfortable with that, then you might want to just skip those tests and look at the survey ones because they have those available as well. But is this going to make you rich? Can this replace your full-time job? It can't, unfortunately. But are they legit? They are. Yes, you can see that they've had a couple of bad reviews here. You know, where people, you know, this person said they didn't get paid. But in general, overall, they are a good platform and they are known to pay out. Okay, so that's kind of my review on Askable. Pretty cool website. Definitely one of the legit, testing websites that you can check out if you want. So if you want to head over to Askable and become a tester, you can go to askable.com and then click on the top here on the right hand side to register to become a tester. All right. Now, if you're watching this video right now, you're probably looking for a way to make money online. Now, maybe you don't necessarily want to do testing or interviews or surveys. You're just looking for a way to make money online. Maybe you saw an ad for Askable because I know that they do advertise to get in new testers. But the thing is that even though this is a good way to make a little bit of extra money on the side, this is never going to replace your full-time income, right? And it's a good way to maybe make a little bit of money for, 2 hours of work a week. But how do you fill up the rest of those hours? And how do you make sure that you can generate big money online? Well, listen, if you have 1 to 2 hours a day free, then I want to show you my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Just if you have 1 or 2 hours a day, leveraging the power of the internet. See, the thing about the internet is that there are a lot of skills that you can use and leverage if you understand how. And I've been doing this for over 14 years, and this is my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 per month. If you would like to check out that strategy, I'd be happy to send that to you for free. All you need to do is just register for it by clicking the link in the description box, and I'll send it directly to your email. Please remember to check spam because sometimes email just ends up in spam these days. And enjoy the training. All right. I hope you enjoyed this review of Askable, and I hope to see you on another review. Take care.